My name is Caitlin Akon. I played Enid on The Walking Dead, and you are watching Comiverse.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Into the Comiverse. We got a good one lined up for you tonight. First, I'm going to introduce the usual suspects to the panel. First, we have Mike from Evil's Comics. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Tony.
We got Cliff on Comics. How you doing, brother?
How's it going?
And one of our very special guests tonight, he is the real Bonesy Jonesy. We have him. He is one of the owners of one of my LCS, one of the owners of the LCS B&B collections that I frequent a lot and buy a lot of stuff from. And he is part of the big Nerds Assemble con coming in March. We have Mr. Brandon Jones. How you doing, sir?
Thank you, gentlemen. Tony, you're just so in awe. I
know.
Take deep breaths, sir. Take deep breaths.
And we also have one of the guests that's going to be at Nerds Assemble. We have Mr. I hope I say this right. Tim Latte.
Yeah, that's pretty close. It's acceptable. I will take that.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing good.
So, guys, I'm going to go through the comments. There's not that many, and then I'm going to turn it over to Tim and Brandon so we could talk about the Nerds Assemble Con Heroes in a Half Shell, which is going on the weekend of March 9th and 10th.
I'm not talking.
You're not talking? Uh-oh. Yep. The weekend of March 9th and 10th, we're going to have Wayne Grayson. Tim's going to be there, Steve Levine, and Jeremy Grant. Of course, I'll be there with a table representing Comiverse. My wife's going to be selling stuff. So let's do the comments real quick. We've got TM Nerdy. I don't know what he meant when he said Digimon is better than Pokemon. This has nothing to do with anything you're talking about, but it had to be said. My brother Tim says, hey, everybody, he's ready for the show. Collecting with Durs, the biggest of legends. And Mr. KBDM. And that's it with the comments right now. So, guys, who wants to go first?
Oh, that way.
All right, Brandon. Brandon, you're up, brother.
Really?
So talk to us about the mystery of Brandon Jones.
I'm so big right now. I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
No, thanks for having me on. It's nice meeting Evil Mike and Cliff, and of course Tim. I know he sends me feet pics, so I know way too much about it.
Yeah, nobody wants to see none of that. I promise.
Nothing. I'm already getting jealous. That's terrible.
Tim is excited about all the toothless meth ladies here in Arkansas. So I've been hyping it up.
No.
Don't be shy, Tim. Come on, buddy. Come on.
No,
I got enough trouble with Louisiana women, bro. I don't need none of y'all. So.
Hold on, Brandon. Before you start, I got to introduce somebody else from across the pond. My brother from England, Mr. DVH, Dr. Von Hoot from the Comics from the Spiral Dimension.
Nice.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
What's up, DVH?
Yeah, not bad.
Later on, I'll be talking about me and DVH's big 300 subscriber giveaway on March 23rd.
Oh, yes.
All right, Brandon, it's back to you. Tell us how you and Bo started the story, because I think y'all's story is very cool and interesting.
Well, all right. So way back 7 years ago, next month, I believe it was March, somewhere in there. I was going around. I don't even know why I did this, but I had this weird compulsion to start buying like dollar comics at flea markets and flipping them on Facebook. I did that for a while, and then Bo was like, hey, you making money at this? And then so he kind of bought in. And then we started in the flea market, where we met you, Tony.
Yeah.
You were one of the first customers there. Was and that place is gone now because the COVID tornado in 2020 took that whole building. So that's long gone. But we had moved since then. So we started a flea market, and we treated it like a comic shop. We promoted it like it was a legit, because people were like, "You're in a flea market." The way we promoted it, it didn't look like it. But we just steadily grew business, and eventually in 2019 or 2020, one of those years, I think it was 2019, we started getting new comics and doing pull lists out of flea market. So we got set up with Diamond, and this was right when Diamond was losing everybody. So we had to chase DC across like 4 or 5 different places. So we got with them, and then it just continued to grow. We were doing grading comics and doing shows and all that. So, and now we have a store, and Tony's done. Okay, thanks, man.
No, you go ahead. My wife walked in.
Speaking of your wife, that's funny because I didn't realize that you were married to her, and I knew her from the very first job I ever worked at. So I've got all these firsts with you, Tony. You never forget your first,
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You're so compelled by this story that you asked me to tell.
No, I was distracted. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool, man. So that's pretty much it. And then we started the store. We opened it up in 2021, I think, something like that. And then I left my full-time job to run the store a couple of years ago. And then we decided to start the convention business a couple of years ago as well with another gentleman. And then, of course, now I branched out into some other things too. So it's crazy. Tim, jump in anytime, dude, and save me.
No, it was an interesting story. I didn't know it. That's crazy. Y'all started at a flea market. That's amazing, man. That's awesome. So yeah.
I'm gonna flip you around then.
So I guess it's my turn. Yeah, my name's Tim Latte. I'm from the great state of Louisiana. I'm out here right outside of New Orleans. And I've been drawing comic books for, I don't know, probably y'all talk about like the COVID tornado. Like I'd never heard of anything like that before. Everything here is based after Katrina, so that's like that's our AD. So I started drawing comics like right around a little after Katrina. So that's about 20 years ago. And since then I've been able to kind of, it's funny the way it played out, but I've kind of gone through my childhood, and I've worked on Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles. I'm doing the He-Man mini comics now. So I did the Eternia mini comic, the V-Friends mini comic, G.I. Joe, WWE, all kinds of stuff, man.
So basically all the IDW stuff. All the
a bunch of the bulk of it was IDW. So yeah. Well, I mean the He-Man stuff is Mattel.
Yeah.
But everything kind of took off with Ghostbusters years ago. And the other interesting thing about it is that I'm catching it. I'm 42, and I'm catching it right at the 40th anniversary of everything. And I've been lucky enough to kind of be somewhat involved with a lot of those. In fact, I was up in the attic today because I got Eternia the other day, and I was able to find like my old Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. And there were all kinds of like random toys in it and stuff, like old dinosaurs and everything. So when I eventually do display it, I'm gonna make sure it has like those old school, whatever I was playing with at the time. So it's kid stuff, man. It's crazy. I'm very very blessed to be doing any of this kind of stuff. It's a tough racket. It's a tough gig. Drawing comics or art.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask him?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, Tim, remember when we imagine Levine was on here right now. None of us will be talking, but except Levine. But because that man is a machine. I love that guy. But you want to tell your story about your Eternia, how you're working off your Eternia by taking on projects because it's like $50 million?
Well, dude, I mean, Eternia, it definitely wasn't cheap. And I was going to get it anyway just because, like, look, in my world, the way I see it, there's like a few grail pieces for me. It would be like Eternia, the USS flag. I got a flag. The blank from Dick Tracy. I remember me and my mom were trying to find the blank back in the day. But what had going on is that the movie didn't do that well. So the blank only came out in Europe, and so there was just no blanks to get.
Are we talking the new Eternia or the original one?
Yeah,
The new one.
The
yeah,
one
we're
that's
talking
just
about
come
the
out.
new one now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
With the big
yeah, if
gigantic
you're
box.
across the pond, you might have been able to get some of the blank figures. But yeah. So anyway, it's just one of them things. I was working on Turtles, the Saturday Morning Adventures at the time, and I had already kind of dialed in and backed the project. And then my buddy brought it up, and he was just like, "Hey man, like, why don't you just reach out to Mattel?" He always gives me hell because he says I have imposter syndrome. But yeah, dude, I ended up reaching out to Mattel. I had to work for it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I just picked up the phone and called. I had to go find who I needed to talk to. But sure enough, I just kept telling him, like, man, I want to draw Eternia. I want to draw Eternia. And it happened, you know? So I don't know. A few more mini comics, I might be able to pay off the toy that I just got in the mail the other day.
That's amazing.
That is
Right, that thing is huge too, y'all.
Yeah.
It's so big. And look, I'm gonna drop people nuts when I say this. I broke a missile earlier. I was moving
Oh
it.
no!
I'm just gonna glue it. I don't care. Like, I'm not stressing it that hard. But dude, it is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna have to get rid of this sofa. I'm gonna have to move it. Well, where's it gonna go? You know? So
Listen, for a $600 product, that thing better deliver on its size.
yeah, the goddamn missile shouldn't break either, dude. Like, I was so pissed off. It fell on the floor one time.
Day one.
Excuse me. But yeah, dude,
No, that's right.
It's
Hey
an
Tim,
adult
I got a question from the chat. Travis, I'm assuming this is for you. He wanted to know if you have ever worked with Eric Burnham.
yeah. We worked together on Ghostbusters and on Saturday Morning Adventures, and that was it. Very nice guy, very reserved. Knows his stuff. If you ever go back and like reread like Ghostbusters or any of those kind of things, like he's an 80s, 90s baby like me. Dan Schoening, same thing. Dan's my good buddy. And all of us love throwing in as many Easter eggs and as many references to that era as possible. And Eric, he gets it. He's tailor-made for what he's doing right now.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Now, of course I cheated because I'm not one of these guys to just say, "Hey, I know everything you did." I knew very little about your work. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I looked it up, and I noticed you worked on your own comic, or you're working on your own comic.
Yeah, it's over there. I did a book. Man, I'm telling you, bro, I'm the definition of right place, right time. But yeah, did a book, did a Kickstarter. A buddy of mine, well, he's my buddy now, Michael DeShesser, backed it, and then we got associated with Michael Uslan, who's the producer of all the Batman movies, and man, ended up doing a comic book for the United Nations. And I'd like to bring it back out very soon. I have another one I'm working on as well. I may rebrand it. I may call it a different name. If y'all know, like Xenozoic, Xenozoic was Cadillacs and dinosaurs,
Okay.
and it took off when he changed the name. You know what I mean? So I'm really thinking about doing a rebranding and bringing it back.
Do it. In fact, I've got Xenozoic 1 next to me somewhere.
Oh, no way, huh? By Tops. So I have a couple in the works. The problem is when you're doing your own books, you're not getting paid for it. So it's a labor of love, and you're hoping you're going to make something off of it. And it really just becomes a time thing. Like, I'm not gonna sacrifice a Mattel gig or a NECA project for. I'd love to. I'd love to be just sitting here drawing like whatever pops into my head all day. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this year. That is the game plan. But I want to stay busy too. I'm lucky to be busy right now. I'm doing I'm actually about to do Donatello's I don't know if you follow the NECA stuff, Donatello's Lab, the box art for that. So
wow.
Nice.
We're going back and forth with that. I want to go one way, they want to go another, but I mean they're gonna win at the end of the day.
I'm real mad at NECA because they misspelled your name on a couple of products. They left off a T.
Did they which ones?
The one with the pins, I think, and then I think there's like something else you worked on. That I can't.
Now I'm gonna be mad. I didn't know that until you just told me, dude.
Yeah, the thing with the pins. There's only one T, and I can't tell the Turtle Van. The picture cuts off your name, so I don't know if they messed it up on the Turtle Van.
Really, dude? That's a shame.
Fighting words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would never. I've only known you 5 seconds, but I would never do you wrong like that.
And I appreciate it, bro. That's why we're boys, Cliff. So yeah, man.
By the way, the only Turtles book I pick up is the Saturday morning cartoon Turtles.
Oh, sweet, dude. Hopefully, hey, man, maybe one day I'll make my way back there. Right now I'm doing the NECA box art, and it's kind of cool because it's it's the same incarnations of them. And I got the box over there right now. I'm so ready to go check it after this to see if I got my name right or not. But what's crazy about that too is that Mattel, you won't even get your name in any of the books.
No.
So I made a new logo, and I'm hoping it'll keep showing up on the covers at least. But I don't know, man. I'm that sucks, but if you know, you know who did it.
All right, so I got a couple of questions here from the chat, and I guess this is forever. I think it's for everybody. Keith Rourke wants to know, what is y'all's favorite comic?
I'll go first because mine's easy. Mine's Sweet Paprika. There you go.
Sweet Paprika.
Oh, she's an awesome artist.
I love America.
Cliff,
she's really good.
Cliff, what's your favorite comic?
That's too broad of a question.
No, you saw how easy I answered. Don't make it hard. Just do it. Just do it. Do it.
What's your gut reaction, Cliff? Just the first thing that comes into your head.
My gut reaction is always unfairly Superman.
It's Dark Crisis.
Well, it'll never be Dark Crisis.
It's
never.
Dark Crisis. I know it's.
You want to hear me go on a tirade of negativity and disappointment? You set me off with Dark Crisis.
So, Cliff, I wonder what my favorite one is.
Is it Transformers?
Is it a Kiss comic?
Could be too. Could be a Kiss comic. I got a couple of those.
After this past weekend in trivia, I'm going to say it's Transformers.
Brandon, what's your favorite comic?
Anything that Tim has done is my favorite comic.
That is the best answer.
Way to win the crowd. Yeah.
Right. Probably. Well, Spawn got me back into comics when it first came out. I wasn't a big fan of everything Image, because it was kind of like spray and pray. But those first 10 comics for Spawn were pretty good. I haven't reread them in years, so they may suck now. I don't know. But I just enjoyed the art, and I like the dark story, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. So.
There's love.
All right, DVH, it's your turn, brother.
I mean, it's not going to be a huge surprise. Right now, it's Do a Powerbomb. I love that book. I read it probably once a month now. So, and I really don't reread comics that often. So it has to really work for me in order to, for me to get me. Traditionally, I would say The Dark Knight Returns. That would be my regular answer. But right now, I'm Do a Powerbombing. Yeah.
Well, Tim, what's your answer? And I got a question specifically for you later.
Okay. Man, I'm gonna go with my whole life. It was always like Robin #7. That was like a hard comic for us to find out here, and that was like when Bruce Wayne finally confronted Azrael or Azbats.
Yeah.
Strong Arm, one of my favorite artists all time, Tom Grummett. I got to go to dinner with him and his wife in January, and they were just, man, I was nervous about it, and I was hesitant because they say don't meet your heroes kind of thing, you know what I mean? I didn't know how it was going to go, and I didn't want him to ruin every, whatever. But he was like the coolest dude in the world. It made it better. And one of my favorite artists, bro. He's so underrated. One of the coolest artists.
And I love that cover for Robin #7 because you knew something.
When they're going at each other. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, Tim, here's a question from Travis. He says, what is one franchise that you would absolutely love to work on that you haven't already?
Dude, a lot of people would say Batman. I'm going to say Robin. I would love to draw like Robin or Young Justice. I loved that when I was a kid.
Which Robin?
That would be, that's what I want to do. Something with the teen. Robin would be the spot, like Tim Drake Robin. That's what I want. And then I could walk. I could walk now, brother. Travis. I could walk now. So
I love to.
Yeah, I was going to say, I when I grew up, I think everybody has a natural love for Dick Grayson. I mean, he was the first Robin. But for me, growing up in the 90s, reading the comics, the first books I read, besides A Death in the Family when they killed Jason, was the books when Tim showed up. So Tim really gravitated with me. And I've got all the early stuff with Tim, his limited series and all that stuff. So, yeah, I didn't go with Tim as well. And I got
it was a cool, he had an annual where he fought Eclipso. And this is back in the day, bro. Back in the day, it was all like a boys club. And I remember reading some of the letters pages, and they would be telling you how to ask out a girl and stuff like that. It was real, not in a weird way, but just in a very hey man, have some confidence, go up and say. So it was kind of had a Big Brother vibe from the editors at the time. It was just dude, right spot, bro. Those early Robin books were so cool, and Superboy.
That annual came out before he even had the ongoing series.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It was just like, it's like anarchy. What are you doing? It's like, I'm Eclipso. It's like, oh.
Oh man, it was so. Yeah, but they had like Robin 1 and Robin 2, Robin 3, Cry the Huntress. Like they had all those. Remember the Joker cards with the holograms? Man, dude, Tim Drake's the best.
Hey, speaking of Tim, sir, are we to say that you took dating cues from the Robin comics?
I did, man. I probably have it bookmarked. I don't know how I ran into it, but there was one, because you all shy back in the day, and it was just something. I don't even know how it came up. It was just somebody asked like a real question about like talking to girls. And
the real question is, did they work?
I don't know. Yeah, dude. I mean, it was probably like Mystery and Matador, like giving the responses in there from the pickup artist.
How many live streams have I done telling you that I was a bunch of old horny men writing them comic books? I'm sure a couple.
Bro, it was such a wholesome moment, though. I promise you, I'm gonna go find it. It was the most wholesome stuff. It was.
Oh, I'm sure the answer was wholesome, but I know these men. I've been to one of their shows. I know who they are.
Right.
Some of these artists, I've met wives number 1, 2, 3, and 4. One of these artists, I'm not going to say who, but he drew a comic cover where wife number 3 is a devil beating up on wife number 4, who's an angel, and I thought that was hilarious.
You know, that's good stuff for the kids. But
that's
like freaking homeboy did that to Kirby. Who was it? It was John Byrne did it to Kirby. He had something crazy going on in one of the books, and it was supposed to be Roz.
Well, remember, Kirby made Funky Flashman based off of Stan. So they always have.
I'd love to know the real story about all that, but yeah.
They have that beef, you know, where like it was like, oh, like Stan was all about Flash over substance, and so Funky Flashman was born, you know, on the pages of Mr. Miracle.
Hey,
keep ruining the fairy tale. Lady, you're supposed to be helping me.
What was you gonna say, Brandon?
No, that reminded me of something I was gonna ask. I guess everybody has everybody watched the and this piggybacks on what you said, Cliff. Has everyone watched the Stan Lee documentary on Disney Plus?
No.
Yes.
Oh, and you got to watch it for the Jack Kirby Stan Lee argument on the radio show. Do you remember that part?
Oh, crazy!
It's fantastic.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's
so
the
funny
best bit of the whole documentary. That's
for like Kirby's birthday, and then they start getting at it. Who created what? Oh, it's the funniest shit ever. And he's like, "This is why I didn't work there anymore." You know, start Kirby talking. Dude, just fast forward to that part.
I gotta tell you, it's a shame too, because I think if you look at every time Stan speaks about Kirby and his later life, always with reverence, right? Mm-hmm. And like it's just, and I guess this is why a lot of us will see stuff like that and talk about give everyone their flowers now. You know,
I think that interview particularly, you can tell that they've had that argument a million times.
Yes.
Like and Stan won't back down, Jack won't back down.
Exactly.
And they both think they're absolutely right. And they can't help but say it. Like little sort of like dig of yeah, but I am actually the creator. Like
there's a collector's show that was I think it originally aired on National Geographic of all places, but there's a piece of Marvel artwork right from a Fantastic Four comic, and they're trying to figure out the validity. So they go to Stan, right? And Stan says, "No, I can tell you this is real because these pencil impressions are notes that Jack wrote that I erased to write my notes." And he goes, "And that's my handwriting, and I could tell you what we were arguing about." And like my heart just like pounded in that moment where he's breaking apart this original piece of Fantastic Four comic art. Being like, "Yep, this is the argument we were having. You could tell here."
I got another question from Travis for Tim. He says, "So you like my favorite Robin? You also mentioned Eclipso, so I have to ask you, what are your thoughts on Animal Man?" Travis loves Animal Man.
I'm nerdy, bro. We're gonna be 2 for 3. I don't know too much about Animal Man. Like I never read it. And while y'all were talking though, I was thinking about Alan Moore, because Alan Moore, like you can find it on YouTube. He goes off on Stan Lee about the Kirby issue and stuff like that. Like there's a great clip somewhere at a Comic-Con
Yeah, but given half a chance, Alan Moore will go off on anybody on any.
Probably also
Thank
true.
you,
Right,
thank you.
right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will
But
tell
no,
you,
dude, that was just one of those. It missed me. You know what I mean? I was probably just too young for it.
Tim, it's not too late. Give the new
like hit that cell. Like
yeah, no, don't worry. It's because it's just easy. The new 52 Swamp Thing and the new 52 Animal Man are great stories, and they intersect. And they only take place at the beginning of the new 52. You don't have to go and buy a dozen issues. Just get like 3 or 4 trades. You got the whole story.
Oh, we're not talking about like the old school stuff with
He
with
loves
Brian
the old
Boland or whoever.
Yeah, no, he loves the old school, but like the meat of who we know Animal Man as the moment would be this new 52 story, and of course the Grant Morrison story.
The Grant Morrison.
Right,
yeah.
right. Okay.
But
what a coincidence.
that's your recommended reading for Animal Man.
Well, dude, with love, man. He has good taste otherwise, so I'm going to trust him, nerdy. I'll check out Animal Man, brother.
All right, Brandon. Do y'all want to talk about the con or?
Yeah, I would like to say it's a coincidence, Tim, that I actually have those Animal Man comics at my store, which you will be at in 3 weeks. What a crazy mind-blowing thing that you could buy those. Yeah, we can talk about the convention if you want.
All right, well, I'm going to swap y'all out so Brandon can talk about the convention.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like Tim here better. He's got more hair than I do. What do you want to know about this here convention? It's 3 weeks from today, March 9th and 10th at the Hilton Garden. I'm saying this so much, I'm like a robot now. In Jonesboro, Arkansas. Tim will be there, of course. Jeremy Clark, as you saw earlier. Steve Levine, and then Wayne Grayson. Tim, Jeremy, and Levine, forgot, all worked on the exclusive Saturday Morning Adventures 11 that comes out. And we actually have I believe those are your pencils, are they not, Tim, on that?
I think that's Jeremy's inks on that one.
Give me a second, Brandon. Here you go.
Yeah, because it's got his little logo at the bottom. So that's going to be
okay.
So those are Jeremy inked that one. But he killed it. He nailed it.
Yeah, that's cool. Like it's really, really nice.
So Tim, do you want to tell them about the pizza monster that you tried to sneak in and Nickelodeon like chastised us over?
Here's the deal, dude. When you don't realize like there's so much BS that goes on behind the scenes with all these projects and stuff like that. And I'm a simple dude, you know what I mean? Like I just want to have fun with things. And I don't know, tried to sneak in it wasn't even trying to sneak it in. It was once the pencils were approved, I'm sitting there messing with it and trying to spice it up. And I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if the pizza monster was coming out of the box? And that made sense. But Nickelodeon had other thoughts. And so it had to get removed, even though I drew a pizza monster in a comic book. So I don't know what the issue is, but that's what happens when there's so many cooks in the kitchen. You know what I mean? There's a lot of lawyers and a lot of stuff that goes on with all these projects. It's wild.
Well, I'm gonna throw this back up real quick, and I'm gonna say, see, I bought 2 of these prints, and I'm hoping that because they were limited to 40, right, Brandon?
Yes, sir.
And the goal is to get Tim and everybody to autograph them. And I'm going to keep one, but one of them is going to go into the 300 subscriber giveaway that me and DVH are doing on March 23rd.
Nice.
For our 300 sub.
Tony, mate. Rich is in the back.
Oh, Rich is in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, DVH.
Hey, Rich. What's up, buddy?
Rich.
Hey, Rich.
All right, Brandon. You may continue talking about the con.
Okay. Well, back to the pizza monster. No, I thought it was great, and I was disappointed that it got taken out. But I do like to give Tim shit about it because I don't know, it makes me laugh.
For clarity on that, is it? Did they just not want you to add a character or something? What's
the guy that runs it that handles the comic book stuff? Who's a super nice dude. He's just playing it safe. I don't know necessarily the rationale behind it. In my mind, it was already in the comic to begin with, but there was a character, Titus, that was from the cartoons. Extremely random character that you would think nobody cares about. There's legal issues with that, and we had to remove him from it. And it just gets weird.
I know that pizza.
Yeah, I don't know, for whatever reason they had some kind of legal reason.
I guess like with these sort of IP sort of franchises, there's loads and loads of red tape you've got to skip over in order to fit in a new character. I never really thought about it before. That's interesting.
I wouldn't even think about it either. I'm just like, hey, let's do something cool. Like that would be fun. But yeah, it gets, I don't know, because it's Fred Wolf owns the cartoon. It's because the cartoon owns certain stuff and yada yada yada. It's like that with He-Man too. Filmation is separate than Mattel, and there's certain things you can do, you can't do. And I don't find out until I do something I can't do.
Yeah.
You know, and then they
you can't know until you try something, and then they say,
man, F and A. So like that was the whole game plan. It was just like, dude, let's sneak it in there anyway. You know, like let's tell me no. You know, we'll figure it out from there. But you get it on the print.
Oh, cool.
Well, I mean, when Tim said there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, like having gone through several store covers and this, it's a wonder comics are even made on it, and just with all the haggling and anything. But no, it's once the product gets out there, it's amazing. But it's the lead up sometimes. It's quite nightmarish, to say the least.
But you gotta love the rush. Like people that do comics, like I eat it up too. You know, like I love the heat of battle kind of. And I'm sure it was like that back in the day. People sitting in the bullpen trying to get books out on time, and you know, life is gonna come and catch you. You know, maybe you're fighting with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever's going on. You know, like it's a wild gig.
Yeah, it's fun though. And then you get to work with artists like Tim and Steve and them, so that makes it great. Even in the messages we had, everyone was pretty cool, so it was nice. Because I was yelling at the IDW guy. He couldn't hear it, but I was yelling at him. But anyway, yeah. Poor Ryan. I love you, Ryan, if you're watching this. Back to the convention, right? So March 9th and 10th here in town. These guys will be there, like I mentioned, Levine, Clark, Tim, and then Wayne Grayson, who's the voice actor. He's done 03 Michelangelo. He also did who did I say earlier? Metalhead and Crank. Yeah. And then of course, its big anime deal is Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I think Time Master is the other character he's involved with there. And he's done a bunch of other stuff, but those are the main ones, I guess, that he signs the stuff. Of course, it's in Jonesboro. It's a lot of fun. I can get you links for that, Tony, if you want to post those or whatever.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, and of course Tony's going to be in there. He's got a table. His wife's going to be selling stuff, and it's going to be a good time. And I can't wait for it. These things, doing conventions, being a promoter is so stressful to get there. And then the days of the events, you don't really even remember what happened because it's such a blur. If you've ever been a vendor at one or went in as an attendee, completely different experience. As a promoter, you're handling everything and you're just like, oh my gosh. And you wake up Monday and you're like, what happened? So it's like, hang on, where how'd this tiger get here?
And you have a comic coming soon, right?
Yeah, so through Black Box Comics. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. They're out of New York.
Yes.
We are.
Very familiar.
I'm in the right place. Oh, look at this. I love you guys.
They donated a bunch, didn't they, to Comics Curing Cancer?
Yeah,
they did.
The guy that owns is amazing.
He is amazing. I did a show with him back in October.
Oh, really?
That's where one of our favorite letters.
You're in great company.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. So, whenever that comes out, I'll come back on here. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
But he he's definitely got New York. He's like, hey, Brandon, how you doing? And I'm always like, yo, what's up? That's how we talk. But, that comes out. The contract is on its way, so I'll get that signed, and hopefully, it'll be coming out here in the next few months. I guess. It's. As Tim knows, these things, like I think you've mentioned that you drew something that you won't see till next year. So these things take forever to get going. But once you get the ball going, man, it's like boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
Cool.
Yeah, dude, all these toys are even crazier. Toys are definitely like a year. So Attorney, I was probably drawing it this time last year. Same with the V Friends and stuff like that. And now everything's starting to come out. So delayed gratification, but it's cool. Comics is about 3 months. It's a little quicker turnaround.
Toys lucky.
With comics though, artists are strange creatures sometimes. Not you, Tim. You're not straight.
Mm-hmm.
But they get, they want to get as much work as they can. Things happen. They can't finish stuff, and you got to lock someone down. And it can be an experience. So, but thankfully, it happens.
Cool.
I don't know what else to say, Tony. I don't want to talk the whole show, man. I'll be like Levine in here. I'm just going to talk for 2 hours.
He brought you to talk. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't worry about it.
It's called Tony Spotlight.
Tim is so charming. He can melt butter on a biscuit, baby. You don't want to worry.
Easy, Cliff. Easy.
That was easy. I put Southern charm out of my ass to go easy.
Put your backpack away.
Yeah, that backpack is right at my feet. All right,
Put it away. Put it away.
Tim is charming and handsome. He's got everything we need.
And he has an attorney. That's the biggest selling point right there.
That's true. The Eternia thing might not be a hit with the ladies, but for mouths, it's a big...
No, no. It's like Spanish Fly when you show him Eternia in your room, you know?
I got to point out he's hiding underneath his logo, but Travis TM Nerdy has joined the panel. How you doing, sir?
Sweet, Travis?
Sweet.
Hello.
Tony,
you definitely need to check that Anime Man.
I will, man. I haven't read too many comics lately. Every now and again, I'll pick up old stuff, like randomly and everything. It's just one of those that miss me every now and again. You ever had like a movie like that where it'll be like a famous movie or something everybody talks about, and you're like, man, I never ran across it as a kid or something like that. It's just one of those.
For me, it's Jonesboro Radio. Now I never shut up about it. But listen, in all seriousness, Travis has a show with his friend Roscoe every Monday night where they have a guest on and they have a theme and they do artwork together. And I think that you guys should talk about that and do a show.
Hit me up, man.
It's legit.
Wait. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite shows ever.
Mine too. Okay, so he did not explain that anywhere near what he should have. Okay, so what it is.
I'm easy. I was like, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, so what it is a show where he brings on a guest. That's true, but everybody draws. Like he has a partner, and he's a very talented artist, and that guy draws. The guest that comes on, they draw. The people in the live chat, we draw at home, and then their art is featured during the show. That's one cool thing about the show.
Oh, crazy.
And it has like a random theme. The guest normally picks the theme. So like if you were the guest, you would get to pick the theme and everybody would draw around your theme. But that's only one caveat. Some people would say that's one of the cooler things, but not in mine. Okay, the real cool thing is you are grilled like no other interview out there, because the live chat gets to pick all the questions for you, and anything is on the ticket.
You are right, but you are making it sound way more sinister than it actually is.
I just love the fact that I'm just like, yeah, it's your show, and that here, let us all explain what it is.
Yeah, it's like Travis is like, I don't even have to sell it. Everybody else is.
Wow, you see how much we love the guy? We're selling the show to you for him.
But if that sounds interesting,
I don't worry about none of that, dude.
I desperately need to know whether you like pineapple on pizza, but you cannot answer that question until you're on that show.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm more interested in the question part, like, you know.
That's the fun part.
That don't bother me. I like a game of wits.
It's brutal questions, and it'll be, especially when we know the person. Oh, it's really bad.
It's definitely a fun show. It does run long, and once we talk, it'll be probably around March. Or no, we're I would say closer to May that we'd be able to book you, because we do book in advance. So we are booked up.
I'm just reading the comments, bro, and I'm just like, y'all stupid, man. But yeah, no, dude, that sounds cool, man. That sounds like
compliments from me are sincere. I don't care.
I appreciate it.
Just a heads up that nobody told you, but like I always tell everybody, it's going to be a long show. It usually lasts between 2 to 3. 2 to 3 hours, and there
Yeah.
is
They must
segments,
really
like,
dig into you in that time period. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
When have you got David Nakayama on, Travis? I just saw that.
David Nakayama is in March. Maybe April. One of the two. I don't have my list in front of me right now, but that's going to be a short show. That's only going to be a half-an-hour show.
All right. Well, so I've got to get my questions about which ninja film he likes.
Actually, there's not going to be any questions that night. Yeah.
What?
That's it. It's going to be a different type of show that night. Me and Roscoe talked, and that's the only thing we can come up with, just to have him on the show because he's super busy with a ton of covers.
Yeah, fair enough. Just make sure you ask him about the ninjas in films.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna point this out. Cliff, Brandon says that you're gonna be in Jonesboro on March 9th and 10th.
That feels like a bit of a hike, but if I win the lottery between now and then, I'll be there.
Hey, you can always fly.
Taxes, baby, taxes. You know.
Yeah, listen, my life is in shambles. That tax money's already gone, and I haven't even.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, all seriousness, we were talking about who he looks like. I'm gonna shoot one for you. He's a mix between Bradley Cooper or Ray Park. There you go. He could be Darth Maul.
Ray Park.
Yeah,
I've heard the Bradley Cooper. I'm grateful for that one. Ray Park. That's rando.
I've met them both.
I don't know about, especially when you smile.
All right.
Yeah, you got that Bradley Cooper smile and great cheekbones to go with it. So absolutely.
Tim is never going to come on.
People ask me hard questions and give me compliments.
Yeah, that's like,
see, we hit you on both sides.
Come on this panel where a bunch of guys will give you compliments all night.
Ridiculous, man. No, I don't think so, but I've heard the Bradley Cooper before. I don't agree, but yeah.
It's because you
Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Not in makeup. Just him outside of it.
I'd strongly disagree. I'd say with makeup.
Oh, maybe with makeup.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You could pull it off.
You are slowly turning a little bit red. So yeah,
there you go. Part of the plan.
Like I said, I'd rather have the hard hitters, bro. Like shit.
All right.
I'm a shy guy, man. So.
Well, y'all mentioned Bradley Cooper. My first thought was, hey, he got to kiss Jennifer Garner, so
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. So.
Hey, that's Rocket, man. Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
I can't wait to call my boys after this and say, man, guess what happened on this show?
Now, I didn't say you sounded like him, so don't take that. I just said looks. Okay.
I do got a hard hitting question here.
All right.
So, as most know, of the Last Ronin series. Now, I'm curious to know, Tim, how would you approach that? Which character would you want to see be the last Ronin of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Do you know about the last Ronin?
If I had to pick, I just feel like he's the toughest.
I feel like big is like the easiest choice, and that's why the reveal of the Last Ronin was so mind blowing.
I don't know.
But it's the obvious choice because it's the right choice as well.
Yeah, that's right.
I think what they did in that miniseries was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant.
Now the question was for Tim, guys. Come on.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But it is. You don't get that reveal, right? But I was a big fan of that CGI Ninja Turtle movie from 07. I think that's underrated, and it has that awesome fight scene between Leo and Raph on the rooftop. Yep. And it was like this beautiful moment where Raph could have always beaten him. You know what I mean? He was always the better turtle in a fight, but he wasn't the leader. It was like this really I don't know. I just love that movie, man.
It's a great movie.
Anyway.
And they connected all the properties in that one movie because they had Easter eggs.
Whatever in there, you know what I mean? Like the time scepter or whatever is hidden in the background.
Yeah, and stuff like they had the blend from the cartoon.
So Tim, I'm gonna throw this up here. It's in the comments. We're gonna get Brandon to pay you some money. He said $10 for a double bicep pose.
Nah, y'all ain't getting it, dude. No, you gotta pay more than that. Nah, dude, no. I'm slacking. I got chubby.
He'll draw you
one. Workout.
Oh, you got everything you need right there. Don't worry. Don't worry.
For $10, I'll do it. I'll be like,
Right. It's $10.
That's sweet, DVH. I didn't ask you.
Now we're all posing.
Hey Tony, can we take a second and properly introduce our favorite Mal, because he's kind of little on the screen. They might not be able to see what he currently looks like. We all know DVH, but
yes. So let's introduce our favorite Mal.
Oh wow! I didn't know you had face paint on too. Crazy.
That's
his mask. That's not a mask. That's his.
That's his face.
No, I've been waiting for this because I've seen the toys behind you. I've been trying to see what you had back there. Nice.
Yeah, no, I'm half man, half owl, all Mal.
And he will do a power bomb.
Right. Has before.
Ah, yeah, that's my mug. Feel free to buy one at my shop.
Nice plug. Nice plug. I like how that worked.
Yeah.
Genius.
DVH, do you have a question?
I do.
We'll take him out of the spotlight. So he looks like he's nervous.
Oh shit!
I was
so glad Dr. Hoot got up in there, man.
Is it better? Is that better?
Yeah, let's. It did feel like we were making him squirm there for a long time, and that seems unfair.
I'm sorry, I have an effect on men. Give me a break. But look.
Oh shit!
Easy, Tiger.
Yeah, steady on.
By the way, Mike, you are allowed to flex. But hold on, I had a serious question. Let me pull myself in.
I got a serious question. All right, so known cartoons and most of the popular ones, but are there any cartoons from back in the day that hasn't been used in comic form? Let's say, like, examples would be Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, or Mask, or Centurions. Would there be a cartoon, if you could revitalize it today through any company, even yourself? What would be that property? Where would you take it?
I was actually looking to do this recently in the last few years. Man, I'll tell you what. Something to keep in mind, like, as you, like, I don't know if any younger people are watching this or whatever. Dude, it's not as hard as you think. Sometimes just doing it gives you the power. And a few years ago, I was going around, I was talking with NBC Universal and stuff like that, trying to get some properties. And I just wasn't ready for it. You know what I mean? Like, I was getting into the meetings, and I was kind of shocked I was getting into the meetings. And then through that process, now I'm kind of like, dude, it wasn't as crazy as I thought it was. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's just money. And there's so much stuff floating around. So all these companies have grabbed all these smaller companies, and then, like, Brave Star, there's a bunch of them that they're all under this thing now. The idea is getting them to do it, and then do you have the capital to go through with it and stuff like that. But it's not as hard as you think, man. There's a lot of stuff floating around out there. Like I said, there was Classic Media, was a subsidiary of NBC Universal, and they sent me like a list of all the different properties, and it was just crazy how much stuff was in there. But you only have like a small window, right? Because our age group, look, 20 years from now, Brave Star is going to mean nothing.
Yeah.
So
either do it now or you're going to miss
there is a window.
Right, you're going to miss the window. Like, it's now or never. So, there's a few of them out there. I was looking at Sectars for a while. And then, just grabbed it, Nancel. There were a few of them out there. I think you could do it if you do it right and you keep it true to the essence of what it was. But I did want to do a Brave Star.
I would love
like a Dark Knight Returns kind of Brave Star thing, where he comes back, like the old gunslinger returns one last time to take on whatever.
Are you working on this, like, as an idea?
No. I mean, like, again,
I know you're not actively drawing it, but, like, are you working on it as in trying to push it forward? Because
a passion, yeah.
Take my money.
Brave Star.
I mean, it's talked about. What was the other one? It was Brave Star, Filmation Ghostbusters. I even did artwork for it, like promo artwork for the thing. No, man, it's out there, and I feel like I'm confident enough, and I've matured enough that I could handle those meetings now. Like, I was nervous, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know what was, dude. You don't know what to expect. You think it's going to be like this big boardroom full of people, you know what I mean? Like smoking cigar, like it's this scary thing, and it's like, dude, it's a bunch of people that look like they ride skateboards or something, like it's not, it's not what you think. Like, dude, Oz is just a man behind the curtain. And now that I realize that, I might be more willing to do it. I'd love to. I think it would be, and then you got to get it for like 2 years. Like, there's all kinds of, and they want you to grab more than one title. That's the trickier part. Like, I don't know. So it's just the business aspect.
So in an ideal world, let's go around and throw out one that we want to see come back.
All of us.
That's. Yeah, why not? Like, let's all.
Okay, who wants to start?
We said
I suggested it.
One cartoon or one
cartoon we want adapted.
Oh, dude, I got one.
Comic.
I'm gonna go Space Ghost, man. You gotta go Space Ghost back from
Space Ghost is coming.
Like, too late.
I saw an advert for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
All right. So
I want to do Bionic 6.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bionic 6.
I want to bring Bionic 6.
Yes.
And it's got everything you need for today's audience. Like, it's ready to go. Bet one of the best theme songs, some of the best animation. It's just,
they're a family. The mom is psychic. You got, oh my God, I love them. Yes.
Forgotten property. So watch, somebody will pick it up now. Now that it's out there, like now it's already gone.
But I'll be there for it.
All right, Cliff, who you got?
I'm gonna go with what Seabizzle said in the chat. I'm gonna go with Silverhawks.
Silverhawks.
Wings of silver, nerves of steel.
Brandon,
I'm gonna go. Oh, you going, Brandon?
Go ahead.
Mike, you go ahead.
I'm gonna go Pirates of Darkwater.
Ooh, wow, they never finished that. That'd be great.
Nope.
Deep cut.
All right, Brandon.
Bravestar, I love that cartoon. I still have toys. And I'm playing with them right now. You can't see it, but I'm interested, Tim. I would love to work on that.
Dude, I mean, to be honest with you, it's the money. Like, you're gonna need X amount. You're gonna get like a 2-year window with it, 1 year, 2-year window. I mean, it's possible. And again, like I said, it's now or never with some of these things. Yeah, I would love. They got Jason the Wheeled Warriors. There's all kinds of random.
Yeah, stop naming that stuff.
My bad. I was just thinking out loud. My bad.
well, DVH. I was gonna say, who would you?
Okay, so yeah, Jason the Wheeled Warriors. I'd love to see because they never finished it. Like, if you watch the animation, it just sort of
and it has one of the best intros ever.
It's amazing. Okay, but putting that aside, Centurions, Power Extreme.
That's a big one.
Yeah, Rich, what you call it's making the toys right now.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Who is it? It's not Ramen, is it? Who is it?
No, it's not.
I got another one. Galaxy High. Anybody remember that? I think it was Chris Columbus made it. It was.
I don't know.
It's really good. Everybody should check it out if you don't remember Galaxy High. It's really cool. Set in space. It's about a jock and a nerdy girl that go to space, and it turns out in space it's the reverse. So being a jock is frowned upon, and being a nerd is cool. So yeah, it's a great story, and like, everybody should check out Galaxy High if you haven't seen it.
All right, Rich, who you got?
All right, I'm gonna go off the total path here. How about Fraggle Rock?
There we go.
Yeah, okay,
do Fraggle Rock. Dun.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that happened, honestly, because Fraggle Rock's pretty big property, isn't it? Like,
why hasn't that happened? Like, why don't we have like an ongoing like?
Is it again?
I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, somebody did do it again. I don't remember who it was.
Really? I want to say they did books.
Crazy.
I want to say they did books recently. Like, I remember K-pop showing that they had done like, and they're not exactly comics, but they're not exactly children's books. But I want to say she had some books.
I know I'm probably going off subject a little bit here, but I know it's based off of manga or however you say it. Anybody watch that One Piece on Netflix?
Me?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
That freaking show is good, man.
Oh, I love One Piece. You're
I
talking about the
live. That isn't a comic already, honestly.
Are you talking about the live action? Are you talking about the anime? Okay.
But either way, like I realize it's a manga, but it like that as far as I know, there hasn't been an American like
version of it.
Yeah. A bit like how One Punch Man got that free comic book day one.
All right, Travis, it's your turn, brother.
I'm gonna go Canadian and go with Reboot.
Ooh.
Oh, crazy! I was looking at Reboot stuff the other day. Crazy.
I like Reboot.
Yeah.
Tim Curry.
And 90s is in now because we're hitting that 80s. Now those 90 babies are coming up, and you can kind of see the trend change. So 90s is probably going to get moved in the early 90s. That was a cool show. I was always on in the morning before I'd go to school, man. It was neat.
We need a legit, if we're going to do 90s stuff, we need a legit reboot of Gargoyles.
Yeah.
That's been always in like talks, but never confirmed.
I looked it up, and Boom Studios did a Fraggle Rock book.
Really?
Yeah, really recently.
Well, for me, Seabizzle brought it up earlier because originally I was going to go with Silverhawks, but I'm going to go with the Littles.
Oh, jeez, dude, that was a cool one too. Yeah.
The Littles is good.
I love that show, and if I could pick an anime to do like I would love to see. You know, there's manga for this property. But I'd love to see a comic, and that is Hellsing. If you're not familiar with Hellsing.
It needs
Hellsing.
adaptation because it has really got a good.
But you'd have to get whatever property handled that. They're going to have to be able to do the blood and everything for it to be, you know.
It took us forever.
In Castlevania, like with the Netflix, just let that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really like that.
It's a bit mad that there isn't a Castlevania book when you think about it. Castlevania would be perfect for comics.
I can't think of what comic company it was, but there was a comic company that did make Castlevania comics.
Right.
Yeah. I want to say there was an IDW story too for a little bit.
Seabiz was sitting back here throwing Eon Flux, SWAT Cats.
Yeah, SWAT Cats was sick.
I love SWAT Cats. Yeah, Street Sharks is kind of bad.
Travis said
Digimon. It's out there, man. It's just like, what do you? I don't know. You got to do it right though, or you're gonna lose. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna lose the fan base. You got to do it right. One shot.
I think it was Seabiz. Yeah, he also brought up Biker Mice from Mars.
We are getting that.
Mancel's got that one too.
Yeah,
I know. We are getting like Biker Mice from Mars. We're getting Street Sharks and something else.
They're putting it all in like one big universe. Because I was trying to do something with that as well, but it looked like they were kind of, I don't know.
You know who would be good as Freakazoid? The guy, I forget his name right now. The guy who voices Sonic in the Sonic movies. I think he would be a good Freakazoid.
No. I know you're talking about.
Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson would be a good live action Freakazoid. Just get him with some makeup.
No, I think this guy would be even better because like he can sing as well, and he's kooky. He's good at improv. I can't remember his name.
So Nancel has because I was looking this up the other day. They got RoboForce, Biker Mice from Mars, Sectar. So they finally it was owned by like the children or the people that whatever, and they were holding on to that one. Cowboys of Moo Mesa, who's Ryan Brown from Mirage. The Great Garlu, don't know that one. Power Lords. So they went and grabbed a bunch of these things, and they're trying to make one like unified kind of thing going on there or whatever. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've loved Ben Schwartz since his role on Parks and Recreation, so he gets my vote.
How about Chris Star, the Crystal Warriors? That was kind of cool.
Chris Star would be cool.
Yeah, I like Chris Star.
And they got a Marvel Legends of that coming out, I guess this year.
Oh, wow.
Didn't it already come out?
Maybe it already came out. I saw it at I don't know. I saw it at like San Diego. They announced it. It might be out already. Hold up, I got the Google open.
Yeah, that's his name, Ben Schwartz. Yeah, I think would be a perfect Freakazoid in my opinion. He did good on this show. I can't even think of that. The After Party. It was an Apple original, and it was like a kind of mystery dinner, kind of like whodunit type of deal. And he was really good on that.
Not that we have a lot of fans of Renfield, but he's in Renfield and he doesn't do a bad job. I actually like Renfield. I didn't go in looking for a Dracula masterpiece, so I had a good time. But a lot of people did not have a good time, and I'm just like, I give up in 2023, 2024. I'm like,
Renfield's on my list of things to watch. I'm still gonna watch.
Renfield's great. What are you on about? Like,
Yeah.
Thank you, DVH. Thank you.
Brilliant action movie. There's loads of
Oh
fun.
my god!
I mean,
Dude,
it's
like,
dumb as a box of rocks, but like that's fine. Like, it's
exactly.
great
Do
little
you know what,
action
DVH? When the internet makes you sad, I should come to you.
Yeah. Come here. I'll give you a warm embrace in my bad taste. That'd be great.
We need to. I need someone to back me up.
Hey, Rich, you're kind of quiet down there. Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Questions? I don't have any questions. I'm just trying to think of something good, man, that could be up and coming. I was trying to reply to some of the chat. That's all.
So Tim, I want to know if you got a Young Justice comic, like you brought the old gang back together. We got Connor and we got Bart and we get Tim and Cassie and
You'd have to have Secret in there.
But I'm saying if we get the kids back together again, like, is there like a particular story or villain you'd like to see them go up against, or like a theme you'd want for them?
Man, I don't know. That's a kick butt question. Did they? I feel like Young Justice didn't have like a specific villain. They did get that vehicle from what you call it? From the Fourth World. Remember they found that like bottom. I don't know. Maybe some Fourth World characters, because I felt like that was a theme in Young Justice.
Yeah.
That is a good call, and it is on my top 2 list. The other things I want to do with Young Justice, my number one thing to do with Young Justice is I want to see them fight every classic Silver Age JLA villain.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see them like fight the Star Killer dude. You know, the one who destroys stars to become more powerful. I want to see them fight Despero. I want to see them fight Amazo. I think that'll be like.
I was thinking Amazo when you were talking. Yeah, that would be badass, man.
Yeah, like those would be some savage attacks. And if we do the whole Red Tornadoes hanging out with them as a mentor, him involved in the Amazo thing would be like it's like, hey, we're both androids. We both share a creator. You know, and it's like, I just need to steal your powers and destroy you.
Yeah, they just didn't have like a definitive like bad guy, but like I'm leaning towards the Amazo thing. And I was talking with a buddy last night about that Justice League episode where he goes to hunt down Luther and he's like just taking everybody out, and he has to ask, and it's so poignant, it's so beautiful. This is why that show was so special. And he was like asking Luther when he finally got him, he was like, why do you like keep doing what you're doing? You have everything. Why are you still doing this? And he's just like, the question you're asking is why are you doing anything? And it basically comes down to Luther telling this robot the purpose of life is to find a purpose. You know, like, it was so deep, man. It was so kick butt.
And then he ends up in Dr. Fate's tower. I love it.
Right, man, dude. And Luther's such a gangster. I love it, man. That show's so good. Great clip. It's on YouTube. I'd go watch it. But I'm with you. Amazo, Despero. Get Todd Newick to draw it.
I'm about to lose all my cool points here. I've never seen Young Justice.
I haven't seen it either.
Me either.
We're talking about the comic book now. The cartoon was really good.
It's even worse, because I definitely haven't read that.
The cartoon is great. The first 2 seasons of the show, which were done by Cartoon Network, are, in my opinion, fantastic. Then once we got to DC Universe Online, they did big full seasons, and season 3 I find is very clunky. And of course, the internet has the usual internet complaints. I will not repeat them. And then season 4 I found was much cleaner and a little more direct and a little more action packed, but it was too little too late for the fandom.
And then you also had that big break. Like, Young Justice was like this secret, because
it was like
Greg Weisman was one of the writers, and it was like, just, I remember, same as you, I only watched the first 2 seasons. And it was just so amazing. But then it was like 5 years. It was years later, you know?
Was like
so
15.
you kind of lost the rhythm, man. Like, you know, that's
that
hard
sucks so much, because season 2 was so good.
Dude, they had all the milestone characters. It was wild. It was awesome.
I will fight for season 4. Season 4, they broke up into story arcs, even though there were continual themes. So that when we got to the final story arc, everyone and all their BS came together, right? And then, of course, they did like the little montage, at the end of what there is to come. All their loose ends spelled bad news for the future of Young Justice. But that's it.
So I've got it in my head clear. Is it quite like Justice League Unlimited in so much as like you've got Young Justice, but like you get different characters?
Oh yeah, you definitely get different characters. In fact, in season 2, we meet an entire new version of the characters from the Super Friends. We've got a kid who's like El Dorado, a girl who's like Samurai, someone we get Static in place of Black Vulcan.
I was going to say, I don't like when they steal villains from other series. Like, get your own villains for stories. It's one thing if you're going to tie them in occasionally, but I just think if you're going to do a new story, have some new villains to go with it.
I'll defend that too. That's the beauty of a shared universe. Why shouldn't Batman's children be fighting Ra's al Ghul and Ra's al Ghul minions? Come on, of course they should. Lady Shiva, and Tim will back me up. Lady Shiva is all up in everybody's ass in the comic book. We all know this.
Yeah.
Also, in later seasons, they did incorporate the Outsiders as well into the show.
Yeah, actually, season 3 is dedicated to the theme of the Outsiders, which again,
it low key runs through DC's universe. Like it kind of touches base on like where it all began and how it starts, like what villains fit in where. Like that's kind of what they were doing in Young Justice. Another thing is like the first 2 seasons, since they were aired on like WB back in the day, they are a little bit like more family friendly. Once you get to the 3rd season, it's more like they kind of matured it up a lot. They made it, right off the bat, it's a different feel because there was a big gap. It was like 12 or 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, dude. When was it? Because I remember watching it, and it felt like it was a continuation of JLU a little bit. Like it was smart. I just remember it being really smart. God, dude, it might be 15 years. I wonder.
All right, season 1 is 2012. Season 2 is 2013. Season 3 is 2019, and season 4, I do not have a date on in front of me.
Okay.
Hold on, Brandon. Before you go, you got anything else you want to say, or?
No. Hey,
he was going to ask you if you want to like do any shout outs before you want to go. If there's anything you want to, like talk about before you go.
Oh man, you guys are having such a great flow. I hate to interrupt. I was enjoying it. No, I mean that. That was not sarcasm at all. I was having a lot of fun. I appreciate you having me on. Sorry I got to cut out of here. But I was supposed to be gone 30 minutes ago, but I was just like, I'll hang out for the 30 minutes. This is pretty fun. And if I didn't cut it off now, it'd be like midnight, But yeah, so we got the convention coming up with Tim and Steve and Jeremy Clark and Wayne Grayson, March 9th and 10th. Nerds Assemble Con Heroes in a Half Shell. You can go to the website Jonesboro Arkansas comicstore.com. So it's a lot. It's a mouthful. That's what she said, but it's worth it. It's good. Everything's on there. The store stuff, the convention stuff, and all that. Tim worked on the cover that we have, an exclusive Ninja Turtles 11 for that, which you can also pick up. We can ship it to you. I'm selling stuff. I don't care. What's up? But anyway, of course, I have my comic coming out, and I don't know, man. I had a good time. It was nice meeting all you folks, and you're nothing like Tony said. You're actually nice people, so that's a bonus.
We're glad you're here, and you can come back anytime, man.
Yeah, all right, Tim, I'm going to leave you with the man thirst. So I hope you're all right with that.
Dude, look, he's my ride, so I got to go too. But, but no, dude, it was I appreciate y'all having us on. That was cool. Y'all definitely know random Young Justice, Eclipso comments. Y'all know what y'all talking about. So that was cool as shit, man. I appreciate y'all having us on.
Yeah, I was impressed by all the conversation, man. It's badass, man.
We all like to come together and talk about comics.
Mm-hmm. And we know what we love.
And Tim, you're anytime you want to come back too, just let me know. I'm on Instagram, and just, hey man, if you want to hang out, let me know and I'll shoot you a link, man.
All right, absolutely. Yeah.
And Travis will be in touch with you to be on Between the Lines, right, Travis?
Yeah. All right. As long as nobody's telling me I look like Bradley Cooper or something, give me some easy questions. But yeah.
Ray Park.
Everyone, no, don't worry. I'm like, I'm the token homo of the community. Like everyone else is gonna be fine with you.
Yeah, expect CM in your DMs.
So I'm going to take a minute and thank both the guys for showing up. Tim, Brandon, thank you for showing up, talking about the con and everything and hanging out. This is not the end of the show, but I just want to thank you guys for hanging out. And like I said, you're both invited back anytime you want to come.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
See you guys. Nice meeting you
All
guys.
right, y'all. Peace
Yeah,
out.
nice meeting you guys.
See y'all later. All right. So,
Hi, I'm still here.
oh, you're still here?
We got rid of Tim. Yes.
Right now we can talk about him.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. He's gone. Yeah, I hate that dude. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
I mean, I can leave it up and we can just have the logo on here. I don't care. But you'll hear me
I-
in there eating and shit. I mean, whatever.
That's up to you, man. That's up to you, brother.
No, I'm good. Hey, nice to meet you guys though again. Appreciate it.
You too, man. See you, man.
Take it
Nice
easy,
to
man.
meet
See
you.
later.
I'll still be on here in 30 seconds too, so we'll say this again in 30 seconds.
All right, cool.
I
Well,
like
I'm gonna.
that.
I was going to say I'm going to switch gears and move to some of my segments. I got a few segments I'm going to show off. This is a weekly thing I started doing. It's a shout out for some community channels. If you get the opportunity, I want y'all to go check out these channels, give them a sub, check out their stuff. They do wonderful videos, and this is this week's shout outs. Now, Cliff, you're gonna have to forgive me because I can't remember the gentleman that's with us in trivia. That's part of the council, the founder of the council.
Sam.
Sam. I told Sam, when we were talking backstage on the first trivia, that I was gonna. I said I'm gonna give the council a shout out as soon as I can. So that was my promise fulfilled. And I'm gonna go ahead and leap into the next segment, which is a new segment I started last week, and we're talking about this week in comic book history, and it's a little bit longer than last week. So we're going to get into that, showcasing some very awesome comic books that came out last week on certain days. It's their anniversaries. So I hope y'all like this. There we go. Now I've got a few books I'm going to show off, and because I've got a big stack. That's what she said. But I want to just pick a few books to show off because I didn't want to cannibalize my content that's coming out in a couple weeks. But the first thing I'm going to show off, I wouldn't have got these if it wasn't for Cliff talking about this in a live show, because we was talking about how Ultimate Spider-Man #1 has went through the roof. And Cliff talked about 616 Comics, and I went and got the set. I got both of them for $20. Ain't no $80 business going on. I mean, so yeah. And I love the story, but if it wasn't for Cliff, I wouldn't be able to get those. And I got this. I finally got the other one, the cone cover.
Very cool. Very cool.
With the sound effects.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I got another one on the way. So, spoiler alert. I'll put this with the extra Kong I got, and that's going to be a giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I bought. Y'all seen me show this. It seems like I've been giving this away at the 100, 200. Now it's a 300, but this is different. This is that Dracula Unholy B&B Collections exclusive, but this one's different. I don't remember who the gentleman is, but right there, it is autographed.
Nice.
And then going through B&B's back stock, I love this character. I would love to have his first appearance, but I bought his origin, and that I got this Fantastic Four 140, the origin of Annihilus.
Ah, nice, man.
And that's all I'm going to show off as far as new stuff. And before we go into any more talk, I'm going to show one more clip because we're going to do community news, and I'm gonna promote this thing until the 23rd. So y'all get ready. And March 23rd, it's all going down. The Mega Powers are combining for a spectacular giveaway. DVH is the person that made that video. And
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, man, you're missing out, man. And, you know, we're going to give away some comics. We're going to give back to the community, celebrate both of our channels hitting 300. And I forgot to show this off. I got this from Shop today, and it is a print of I commissioned him to do a specific print. Y'all probably saw it on Instagram. And when I talked about Stryper being my favorite band, I asked him to do a print of me with 80s hair in the yellow and black. So he made this for me.
That's amazing.
Cool. Yeah,
that's good stuff.
So,
I love it.
And I actually put that on Stryper's website, but I didn't get any comments. So apparently they probably didn't care for it too much. I don't know.
He tried.
But yeah, man, if y'all want to get shopped, go to Shop, and he'll get shopped into the Shopiverse.
Even if you don't want to get shopped, you're going to get shopped anyway.
Yeah. And also, I guess I should plug Shop a little bit more. One of my giveaways is you can get, I'm going to draw a lucky person in the U.S. that will be able to get, if you haven't been shopped, you'll be able to get shopped and get a print. If you've already been shopped, you can talk to Shop and you'll get a print. It's already paid for and it's a done deal.
Who wouldn't want to get shopped?
One of those words you just said really hurt me.
What's that?
In the U.S.
Well, I mean, I asked Shop since I wasn't, you know, I mean, if he sends it to me, now I may work something out to where he can send it to me and then I send it out, but it will just take longer for y'all to get. Maybe I'll talk to Shop about that.
It seems fair. Like, I think you're fine because you're paying for it, but you're not.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. You're all good.
So, guys, what y'all want to talk about?
I mean, I've got some stuff.
I want some Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, man. Taco Bell.
I want some Taco Bell. Show us some stuff, DVH.
Yeah, man.
I had an envelope on the floor for a while, and I opened it, and I've got new Brian LCS slickers. Look at that.
Make sure that's Brian LCS because that looks like the Godfather.
It is the Godfather, and not only that, but the 2024 sticker.
Ooh, yeah. I don't have that.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Foreshadowing, maybe. And then
hashtag acknowledge me. Oh.
I opened a box because I've got so many boxes just sitting there, and it turned out it was a batch of Transformers #1s. So we've got Transformers #1. We've got Transformers #1.
Ooh.
We've got Transformers #1.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
And then we've got, guess what?
G.I. Joe.
Transformers #2.
Transformers #1.
Oh, dude.
But finally, we have the 1 in 100 Transformers #1, which is not the easiest thing to get on camera, but
Is that the Maria Wolf? Is that who?
Let's go. The foil.
I'm not sure who did it. Is the 1 in 100? It's a foily, majestic beast, if ever there was one.
It is.
Is that? I can't remember who did that cover.
Yeah, I can. It's pretty.
Well, deviate, since I'm concerned for your safety. I hear those are harmful for mouths, so feel free to send those to me so that you can be protected.
I mean, it is sexy. It is. This is the first time I'm actually looking at it, and it is quite sexy. I quite like that.
Yeah.
And also, like, it is minty too, as well.
Minty.
Oh, minty foil. Ooh. Yeah, and then also I bought this the other day, which I highly recommend everybody find out.
Very cool.
The complete series of Tales from the Crypt, and
Thanks for the ride, lady.
Really great. And I watched this as a kid, back when it was on TV here, but because it was syndicated, it was sort of the cut version of everything. So it's cool to get the whole uncut version. It's on DVD, so it doesn't look great, but we're not going to get a Blu-ray anytime soon because the rights are all up in the air. Very difficult.
Still cool.
Bertram. Okay, yeah, cool. But yeah, this is nice. And I only got it for like 30 quid for a new copy of it. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, really good. The entire season as well. Like the whole thing. Boom.
Well, anybody want to show something off? Within reason, Cliff.
Listen,
I got something.
I used all my good Southern manner charm up on that gentleman Tim.
To be fair, it's not because you're gay. It's because you're a little bit bored.
Eccentric.
I'm 46. I got one leg in the grave. Time is short.
Whoa, wait a minute. I'm 50 and I ain't got no legs in the grave.
No, you can say that now, but you know your toes are in the dirt. So
Cliff lived a different life.
Let's talk. Travis is setting up for something.
Cliff, you're the second youngest here, I think, or maybe third. I don't know.
I'm 46.
We're all older than you, man.
Except for Travis, who's a child.
I was born.
I'm younger than him.
Are you?
I'm 44.
Like 900 years ago. So.
Like,
ooh.
The cover looks familiar.
Nice and live. I just got these off from Nauman.
That's really cool.
Very cool.
Uh-oh.
We got this one here, the Superboy.
Nice.
Yeah.
The first appearance of Porcupine Pete.
I love Porcupine Pete.
Nice 20 center.
Wow.
We got another funeral for a friend. Sorry for the glare.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I like that. I don't know. It's like it's older style, but I still like how she's drawn.
Yeah, I like the way Supergirl looked during in. And I was gonna say it didn't even bother me that it wasn't Kara, but I still like that version of Supergirl.
Now you're showing these. I actually remember when these came out, when they stopped doing the Superman in action. They switched over to Supergirl for a few issues.
I got my first wedding cover. His Nauman's trying to get me into wedding covers. I don't know why. He collects them, so he's like, hey, let's get some more collectors into this so I can't get half the comics I need. But yeah, no, Black Canary. I like it.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Is that news?
No. I don't think so.
No. I like that though. That's really cool.
Of course, we got some more funeral for a friend. I'm trying to get this better.
I think that's the first appearance of somebody too, isn't it? Like Hyperion or something like that.
No, I don't think so.
Alpha Centurion shows up later with a similar cover. Actually, that's during 0 Hour, and it's Alpha Centurion. His statue is in Centennial Park instead of Superman. And then when 0 Hour takes place, Alpha Centurion's just a character.
I think nice golden crotch there.
Yeah, golden crotch action. Now we're talking.
Yeah, golden flat crotch. Notice how there's not a lot of detail.
The thigh gap on Superman.
The world
of
Smallville.
Yeah. And then this is another wedding cover he's trying to get me into.
Sort of.
Yeah. This was so hard to add to CLZ. I was like typing in the world of Smallville. Nothing. World of Smallville is what it is, not the.
Right.
So, like, you son of a bitch. I like the cover, though. And then we got this one right here. Another funeral for a friend. In memoriam.
I mean, excuse my ignorance. This is just after Superman snuffed it, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, that's his plaque where he died. Can't really read it, but it's like this is where he died. Killed on this spot while defending the city. Stupid light. There we go. All right, this next one, another 20 center, Legion of Superheroes.
Ooh, I like that.
Open fire! The war has begun. Superboy is leading our own comrades against us. It's not how she sounds, but
she's got a very masculine voice, doesn't she?
I know, right? I didn't realize that it was coming from a woman at first. Superboy's coming.
At least some of the writers knew how to write the women as more than one-dimensional.
I was going to say it even had a date stamp on it.
Yeah, it did. Here's a good one.
Ooh. Oh, Canada.
I saw that somewhere. I think I saw it on Key Collectors or something.
Now, this is still not Nelvana of the North, just so everyone knows.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Fear the North. No, this is done by Jamie Tyndale. I have something else signed by him, but I don't have it on me right now.
Is it a titty book? What's
No,
what is it?
No. It's what the frig is it called? Eden something?
Okay.
Just give me a sec. Daughters of Eden.
Okay.
By Jamie Tyndale and Tabitha Martin. I'm looking through it. Let's see if there is. I haven't read it yet, so I can't tell you. But it looks like there is no titties. There is some girls dressed in provocative attire, but other than that, I don't see any actual nudity like I did from. Do you guys ever read Bolero?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has a lot of nudity in it. All right, and I got a couple more. Show this one. This one was my favorite. It's my first Lois Lane book.
I have that book, and I bought it specifically because of that mental cover.
What issue is that? What issue number is that?
It's not in very good. Yeah, it's not in very good condition, but it's still cool. It's a Gulliver's Travel homage.
I've never read it, but I've got so many questions.
Yeah.
And I have the book, so I could find out the answers. I just never have.
Yeah, like it's not in good condition, but I love the cover and I don't care. I own one now. I probably will open this up because it isn't. It's like a reader's copy. There's a lot of detail wrong with it, but that's not the biggest book. The biggest book, and it's not in good condition either. But it's all right because I own it.
There we go.
Very cool, man.
Speaking of Animal Man, had to come
That's
up.
really cool.
Very
Really,
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
For free. For free. Yeah, for free. Haha.
For free?
For free.
Oh, wow.
Animal Man. Animal Man. Awards. Animal Man. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else got something?
Yeah, I got a couple things real quick. I actually got to drop
right.
off soon too, so perfect
All right.
timing.
Let's move on
So-
to Rich.
I don't have for free, but I have a dollar bin. And if anybody can figure out what book this is other than Cliff,
Other than Cliff, thanks.
you'll know it right away.
I know exactly what it is, or at least I think I do. That's the
What
first
it-
appearance of Gamora.
First appearance of Gamora, man. Dollar bin.
Oh my God.
You could
Yeah,
say
that's
it's
crazy.
bad. It's got some holes punched out of the cover.
Still cool.
Worn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it made a low grade. It's like $30, man.
Yeah, it's like you're laughing at that. That's tremendous win.
So I was shocked to see it. I was like, wait, I know that cover. Wait, what is that? So I
The
snagged
cover,
that.
I mean, it looks fantastic.
It's in a Mylar, so it makes it look a little better than it is.
Yeah.
And then a couple others. I got X-Men 45. I think I'm down to about 50 books. Might be under 50.
You'll be done.
75.
Ooh, that's nice. I always
Yeah.
like Mimic.
I don't have 1 through 6, so that's gonna be the tough part.
The tough ones.
ASM 76.
Ooh.
It's got a little bit of color rub, but
Scotty, you can't understand me, buddy.
X-Men 45 from a dollar bin?
what is this?
I know.
What is it?
First appearance Tombstone.
Very good, man.
That I didn't.
I don't know. It's a Marvel comic.
And I'm also
Yeah.
going
I
to
didn't
point
know
out,
half the crap you showed, man. But I
But-
pretended like I liked it.
Rich, I'm also going to point
Pretend
out, not only is that the first appearance of Tombstone, but it is also the first appearance of Louis Alvarez in costume as the second Tarantula.
Okay, I did not know that. And this I actually picked up for $34. It's a slab. So
Whoa, here we go. Now,
What'd you say?
I
For
do
34
know the
bucks?
key
Damn you.
significance of that book.
so
Yeah, so do I. One of my favorite.
here's the crazy thing. This is a beautiful book, and I think this might be, if this blows up a little bit more, it's going to get cracked and some resubmitted, because
I think
Can't
it's
believe you
higher.
got that for 35
That-
bucks,
that
man.
is all that's wrong with it.
ooh,
About
It's got
staple.
some smudges and dirt on the back bottom staple there. Other than that, man, this thing is in the nines. I guarantee you, if I get this out, it's at least 9.2, 9.4 book.
I'd say do it.
But either way, didn't want to pass it up. So that's it. That's all I got.
that is awesome.
Thank you. And Tony, if I have to drop off, I just want to say thanks for having me on as always. And I hope you guys are doing your 500 giveaway next month, man. So
I hope that'd be nice. Thank you, sir. Thanks for being here. Like I told them, you're always welcome, man.
appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna hang for a
Bye,
couple minutes.
Rich.
Oh, he's hanging out. Good.
Cool. Anybody else got something they want to show off? Or
Sure.
all right, Cliff.
I'll go last.
I'll be doing my 2K giveaway next week.
Awesome.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna say, man, how did that happen? You just did that 1K stream like a month ago.
And while we're talking it, the council 750 750 giveaway. I wish it was that 750 giveaway is on the 26th.
Hey, Cliff, before you start, Rich, did you ever hit 700?
I'm at, I think 702 last I looked.
Cool.
Not that I'm counting. I'm looking every morning, but
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, so these three were dollar bin picks. So I got Justice League #2 from '87.
Mhm.
So we got first Blue Jay and Silver Sorceress, and Lord Havoc appears in here. And then we got Sword of Azrael #1.
There we go.
That's cool.
And then of course, I'm gonna randomly find this in the dollar bin. JLA Cyberforce.
The hell is that?
I've never even seen it before.
And it's by Joe Kelly and Doug Mankey and Norm Rapmond and David Barron, who I'm less familiar with. But there you go.
It's a fake comic.
I don't know if I ever show you this.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. These were a few I had done at Albany Comic Con.
That's cool, man.
Storm by Christian St. Pierre.
Ooh.
Very cool.
This one is from Wizard World of 08, and it's Phil Jimenez.
Shit.
Wow.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dynamite. And
Just slap them up as art at least, if you're not going to do
He's
it.
all right.
don't the plans are happening, my dear friend Richard. They are happening. This one's from 08. It's Riley Brown.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's pretty.
That's
Bring
really
it a
nice.
little closer. Bring it a little closer.
Yeah. Spread the wealth.
That doesn't
Yeah,
look
that's
like
all right.
it's sketched, man. That looks like it's actually printed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
no,
It's
this
clean.
was gorgeous.
That's
It's not the
top.
best.
And then again, same show, Tom Rainey Vision.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's even worse.
What's going on, Mark?
Now, I had a vision prior to this that I gave up because the artist was from Connecticut and got into a lot of trouble because of the contents of his USB flash drive. So I wanted that bad juju away from me. So I got rid of that one, and I had Tom Rainey do a new vision for me. And Paul Abrams,
Ooh.
Storm,
Very nice.
and Mike McKenna, Human Torch.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
So I've got almost the entire FF on those blank covers. And
That's
then
pretty cool.
I was gonna say, if you got since the pile is next to me, if you guys have seen me talk about these on a few shows, these are from when I was 17 years old, by the way,
Oh, wow.
and they're all autographed by Capullo,
Hey,
Claim.
Nice.
Very
who
cool.
actually
Claim.
remembers being at the Kingston Armory where it was signed, which is just crazy to me. I was still in high school for this.
I have all of those, but they're not signed, so I'll trade you.
And then where are you? I don't know. Have you guys seen this one, by the way?
That's nice.
Yes, I have the regular.
Yeah. Signed by Nakayama.
Yeah,
I've
fire
seen-
nice.
Very
I've
nice.
seen it in so much as I know it exists, but I didn't know you had a signed one. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great cover.
Nakayama.
I love a bit of Nakayama. He tickles my pickle.
I love it. I love that it's foil. You know, I think it's pretty great. And then of course, I feel like this one I've shown off more, but I sent this in as well at the same time.
Oh, that's nice.
Very cool.
23. If I'm getting rid of them, get the wallet ready, baby. Get the wallet ready.
Nice.
Unless you're Matt.
You mean unless you're Tim,
Tim, yeah. Tim.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
or unless you're Matt from Pressable Defects. Unless you're comments by the Bay Matt, but you better have those wieners ready.
He had his backpack ready. He was about to snatch up Tim. You saw that shit?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Tim was just a bastion of masculinity. Oh my goodness!
Fabulous specimen.
Oh, fabulous specimen. Bright blue eyes, fabulous cheekbones, that chin, the shoulders, the arms. Oh my god!
Flip,
Okay,
flip,
back to the
flip,
comments.
flip.
Back to the comments.
Calm down. You're turning him red again.
I'm confused. Are we talking about Tim or me? I feel like
Both.
oh, good.
Tim what was it? Tim Latte from Saturday Morning Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and many other fabulous projects he's worked on. Scotty, just go back and look. You'll see me.
No. I like what Scotty's saying. I
gotta
No,
drop
Travis,
off,
you're
guys.
no Tim. Sorry, hate to break
All
it
right,
to you.
all right, Rich. It's good to have you, brother.
Thanks for
Bye,
having me.
Rich.
I'll see you guys.
See you later, man. So
That was
got
it for
quiet.
me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a second. We'll go around the horn and give everybody a chance to. I was going to say whore each other out, but we'll say advertise. I'm going to say Mike for last. Well, Cliff's up. He's gone.
No, I'm
Travis. We'll start with Travis. What you got going on, man?
Well, tomorrow I will be over on Legion of Comics channel for At Week's End. We'll be talking about comics, movies, TV shows, and pop culture. And then Monday, over my channel, part of the Monday night lineup. So shout out to Izzy, S182, 22 Comics, and Cup of Comics. But me and Roscoe will be bringing on Pocan Joe. And the theme, I just seen the message too from Mrs. Von Hoot, what the theme is. She was asking me what the theme is. The theme is design a weapon for a superhero.
I'm gonna have to remember that now.
I like that.
No, I'll send her a message and let her know. Just because it's hard to remember. Trust me. Like I've forgotten quite a bit of times because it's a unique one. I like it. I really do like it, but it's hard to remember.
It fits Joe perfectly as well. Like it
really does.
He's done that well.
So that'll be over in my channel this Monday. Then Wednesday, on my channel at 11 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow tonight is returning. It did take last week off due to Valentine's Day, but yeah, we'll be back in full force. Cliff will be there. C Bizzle will be there. Papa will be there, and who knows? Maybe you will be there. It's open panel discussion. We already have some topics that we're already going to talk about. And yeah, just every Wednesday. And then Crisis Quest this Thursday, where I'll be kicking the crap out of Tony and Sam because last week it was rigged.
Oh.
He thinks he'll be kicking the crap out of somebody.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
God, I back Tony every single time because I know I'd be utterly useless. So
I sucked at that game. It's hard.
All right, DVH, you're up. What you got coming up, brother?
Well, now I will have a video probably on Monday this week. I say that because I didn't do one this week because of various issues, but mainly because I had a very large cough. I was coughing. Yeah. It's never good. It was not the COVIDs, but it was a cough. And I just didn't feel like it. So, yeah, well, I'll be back on Monday with the new video. Well, I'll be unboxing something. It's probably a slab and some other comics, I think. And then probably next week, I'll probably be on Triple G's on Saturday. And then back here to talk probably inane stuff about comic books, which I seem to do. Not that you are inane, but I have nothing real to say.
Which is so untrue.
Yeah, I know.
It's very British of you. Very British of you. Yeah, I love how I live in the world. I live in a world of give people their flowers before they're gone. But that same world is like, I'm a man. Don't flatter me. This is too weird. You know?
Yeah, I am very British in that respect. I just don't understand what's happening.
Wait. You're British?
Yeah, I'm a British man. Yeah.
All right, Mike.
I look forward to Dr. Von Hoot, the animated series. So get to work on that before you leave this plane.
That's the dream right there. Animated series is the ultimate goal.
I think you should do like the cold open should be you doing the little joke thing, right? And then we kick into a fabulous intro where you and your daughter are soaring over the little town you live in, and you go to your treehouse home, right? And that's like the opening, and then we just go on like whatever is the little adventure for one of your family members this week.
I can't argue against any of that. That sounds very entertaining. I would watch it. I don't know that anybody else would. But
people will watch the hell out of it. Do you know who we'll get? We'll get the artist.
It's
we'll get
me
the artist
and Cliff.
the
Right
artist
there.
from Hilda will do it. It'll be fantastic. Tell me that wouldn't be right.
I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll narrate the episodes like Stan Lee used to do.
Oh yeah, that'd be tremendous. Yeah.
Oh my! Could you imagine if like we all like narrated different episodes depending on who? Like I'll narrate the episodes for your daughter. Tony could narrate the episodes for you. You know, everybody has their own narrator.
Yeah, I need Mike to narrate the most metal episodes.
I got you.
That could be like the family episode, right? And so we'll like narrate like little ones. There's like one for your family. That like there's like an interdimensional portal, and then Mike is the voice.
Well, Mike, besides world domination, what is your evil plans?
Shit, what is not an evil plan? That's it's too long of a question to go into. Okay, so what do I got going on? Let's get into it. All right, so in about an hour and 15 minutes, I'm going to be doing my live discussion on Stephen King's The Dark Tower series, book 2. This is Drawing of the Three. It's pretty much half the book, and in this part we're talking about. There will be a part 2 in 2 more weeks, but tonight, if you have read this and want to come and talk about this, then come along. And it's going to be, we're going to have a panel of people: me, Trev, Nauman, Steve, Phil Tastic, and Nornrad. We'll be talking about this book tonight, and of course you at home can talk about it. And also, we're doing a free giveaway. I'm giving away a brand new copy of the next book in the series. So if you don't have this, you could win this and hop on it.
Might as well just go ahead and send it to me.
Oh yeah, and it will be open for folks in Canada. Just saying, because
what about the people in Alaska?
Yeah, Alaska counts. That's America.
That is true. That just has to come through Canada, and it doesn't cost border fees. How does that work?
Maybe for you, Travis, I'll send it directly to Alaska, and you trek it to Alaska, so I don't have to send it, technically international.
What did you expect him to say? Nah, fuck those guys.
Right. I was thinking it. The only other thing I have coming up besides like reviews and stuff, but I'm just doing book reviews at the moment, is I am a part of another book club that most people don't know of. That's Doof Media on YouTube. And our next book club read will be Tana French's The Searchers. So if you want to read, it's a murder mystery that's set in Ireland. If you want to read that and come along and talk about that book, something that's not Stephen King, that's over on Doof Media on YouTube. But that's all I got going on.
Well, over here in Comiverse tomorrow, Monday, I'll be dropping an unboxing video, feature some stuff I picked up from Pop's Attic on Instagram and my comic shop. And then on Thursday night at 7 o'clock, I will continue my distillation and trivia, hopefully. and then I'll be dropping the next spotlight probably hopefully Friday morning, which will be, I'm surprised I hadn't done it yet, but it's going to be Vengeance of Bane #1, the first appearance and origin of Bane. And then we'll be back here next week for Tony's Comic Spotlight, where we'll just be hanging out and talking. And that's me in a nutshell.
Fantastic.
Love it.
And I moved my D&D nights where I, sacrifice the group to the Dark Lord on Fridays now.
Oh, tremendous! That's why we're going along. I understand now. Now we can really breathe.
Yeah, we can just
get deep down into the dirt.
We can spread our wings
and fly.
So what do I have coming up?
Cliff, I didn't even ask you, did I?
No, but now that we're here.
Oh my God, dude! I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Well, one thing's for sure, you guys got my Thursday night covered because you and Travis will both be there to battle it out over trivia for Crisis Quest. So that'll be a lot of fun. And that's this month. It's Thursdays at 8 because I was doing my best to accommodate Sam. I may be switching back to Tuesdays for March, depending on how that works out for everybody, or even works out for me. We're going to find out.
I need to say right now to your face, live to the public, what you do in Crisis Quest is remarkable.
Yes,
I
it is.
very much enjoy that show. I don't always get to see it at the time, but a little bit to do with that is because it does jump around and because, well, I'm at work. That happens. And I love it. What I want more of is that show. So let's make it happen.
Are you enjoying? By the way, are you
without
enjoying
me?
the wide
I
variety
don't
of
want to be on it.
questions?
To be clear, I'm not good at that show because every time I watch it and I think, crap, I know that, and then nothing, air, just. So yeah, I don't want to be on it. I like watching it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, what if I have you on? What if I have you on for Owl Month?
For Owl Month.
There are very specific trivia points that I could be very good at, but that would be very hard for you to manage. So let's not.
I don't know. It's like it's Owl Month here on Crisis Question. Yeah.
It could be a new thing. Shark Week, Owl Month.
I know. It'll be like 4 episodes of all owl categories.
Okay, I'll put it this way: if I suddenly become a household name, just saying, I will definitely be on then. Otherwise,
right.
There's no point.
In this community, you've become a household name. I want you to know. In a world where my 82-year-old mother is, what's up with that British guy that looks like an owl? That's that's something.
Yeah. I mean that is one of my greatest achievements. I feel like
yes, my 82-year-old Puerto Rican mother is like, but why does he look like an owl?
That's the real question.
But she loves it, and I told her about your makeup and everything, and she goes, "Wow, his wife does that? That's fantastic." Like she's totally just like pulled into the whole motif. But Papa Wheelie is guest starring on the Council of Comics Sunday night as we continue doing trilogies in 2024. We are on to The Dark Knight, the second of the Batman Chris Nolan trilogy. And
upset. I'm pretty upset you've never invited me on.
The invitation has always been open, Travis. Do you want to be on for the next trilogy?
What's the next trilogy?
In fairness, I'm inviting you to the next trilogy when none of us knows what the next trilogy is.
Oh, well, no.
Mystery
Wait. You've already done Lord of the Rings. I'm safe. Okay. Yeah, I'll agree to that.
It'll be The Hobbit.
We've already done Lord of the Rings. Did we lose
I've lost DVH.
Oh, we lost DVH.
All right,
He flew away.
Monday, C Bizzle has been rejoining. So Papa Wheelie's been rejoining us on Sundays. C Bizzle has been rejoining us on Mondays as we go over hotkeys and new books of the week. And we are ramping up to not only our end of month prize package, we are ramping up to our 750 subscriber giveaway, which will take place on the 26th. We're going to be giving away the prize pack for the month and the special for the 750 viewers, which currently includes 2 slabs, one being Jubilee's first appearance in a 9.2, the other is just a really fancy Harley Quinn cover in a 9.4. But it is building up. These packages are building up. It's very exciting for the month. And then, of course, Thursdays, we got trivia. Wednesdays, it's Travis and I on Tomorrow Tonight, because it's tomorrow for him and tonight for me. I don't have enough coffee. But that is a lot of fun. So we'll be doing that. And we'll be avoiding Madam Web at all costs this week. And then, for once, I feel like I don't have a parade of things to announce. I'm going to the Toy and Comic Show tomorrow, and Sam and I are going to record a little video for that. Tuesdays, the council always record New Comic Book Day, which you guys can watch on Wednesdays. And yes, when you watch New Comic Book Days episodes, new Comic Book Day episodes on Wednesday. In the middle, you are given specific instructions to leave a comment so you can be entered in a duck for our duck races at the end of the month for both prize packages. So do it, people. That is my spiel. Thank you.
Don't duck around.
Don't duck around, baby. And I do love a good ducking.
Oh.
You got to spike them and like put it on a roasting rack before you put it in the oven. It's great.
I was going to say, I don't have a catchy end phrase like, you're leaving sector 2814 because I love watching Guess That Key. That's pretty
good. We are transporting ourselves back to the Comiverse at the end of each. Yes.
You're leaving the Comiverse?
No, we are visiting from the Comiverse, and now we are going back.
Yep. We are returning. Okay, well then we'll roll with that. Thanks for everybody hanging in the panel. I want to thank Brandon and Tim for hanging out earlier. I want to thank everybody that hung out in the chat. Anybody watching the replay, thanks for supporting the channel. And as Cliff said, we are returning back to the Comiverse. So we will see y'all next weekend.